So because we're talking about relationships this week and how it's all your fault and how it always comes back to you and it's about you, I have had a lot of people comment like, oh my gosh, this is an aha moment for me. So what do I do now? How do I start to change? And obviously the easiest answer is always therapy, but I know a lot of us can't go to therapy, or it's not accessible, or we can't afford it, or whatever excuse or reason or whatever it is that you can't go, or you don't want to, or you're scared. I don't care what it is, okay? The point of this video is to show you guys that you can start working on these things yourself. You don't have to have a therapist to do it. And I'm going to give you a really good example of how I have done this in my own life because I chose to make the changes, okay? One of the things that we grew up with in my family was no touch. No touch, no love, no cuddling, no giving you, I love you, goodbye. It wasn't any of that stuff, especially from my father. So I didn't grow up in a home where it was normal to have interaction like that. And what is one of the things that kids need, especially, right? They want love, they want touch, they want to be hugged, they want to cuddle. That's how we show affection. It's how we show love. Because I didn't grow up like that, it was not innate to me. It wasn't natural. And the irony is I didn't even know that I was living without it until, and this was many, many moons ago, my work wife was like, oh, well, you do massage therapy so that you can control touch in your life. And I was like, oh, what? I just thought I got into massage therapy because that's where money was at the time. No, she was 1,000% right. I never had touch in my life. So I then went into an industry where not only did I get the touch that I was missing, but I could control that touch. So I could get a little bit at a time and I could feel connected to people and they were grateful for it because, massage is kind of like pizza. Even crappy massage is still okay as long as it's not hurting you. But it was so shocking to me. And when I've known this about myself for years, so I've carried this for years. So then I had my first child, and then I had to come to terms with the fact that I was not good at touch. If anything, I was irritated by it, especially with my kids touching me all day, because I'm like, stop fucking touching me. I am touched out. Leave me alone. It was because I never grew up that way. I had to set a timer for 30 minutes and I would let it go off every 30 minutes. And at the end of that 30 minutes, I would walk over to my child and hug and kiss them and say, I love you. And I had to do this for a while until it became innate.